When I see a lionfish, I get my spear already ready, pulled back, and then I just cruise over top, kind of like I'm just floating, boom, just like I'm a piece of flotsam. And right here is a very good example. This guy kind of sees me coming in, so I just very inconspicuously show up and then wiggle, boom. See, I wiggled the camera. It drew the eyes away from the lionfish so I could make contact with the spear and not miss. They're very good at avoiding the spear, but they can only really focus on one thing at a time. So there was 2 quite big ones, so it was kind of tough to get in the container. So that was the best way to do it. And we grab a little guy here in a minute and feed it to an eel. But we're coming up on this big school of minnows, and normally there would be lionfish all over, and there's just one little lionfish, which is crazy. Boom. And now I'm gonna go ahead and see if this guy's hungry. And he seems a little hesitant at first. There was a bit longer part of the video where I was kind of coaxing him to get it, but then he kind of went, scarf. There he goes, right down the hole. Look at his little tail wiggling in enjoyment. Now they can eat those as long as the spines are laying down flat. They get him by the head. Did you see how when he grabbed that, he grabbed it by the head first? Look at this. I was cruising along and I found a nice flashlight. It actually ended up being in great condition and it worked, so we decided to keep it. Usually when I find these and they have a name on them, I'm going to return them to the people who they belong to. But if they don't have a name, sometimes I'll go on a trip and somebody will be lacking a flashlight and I'll just let them use it or give it to them. Look at this beautiful angelfish, queen angelfish with the bright yellow tail. And this little feller, look at him scuttle into his hole. These guys love to go back into their little holes. They're always around some sort of place where they can get away, unless they're molting, and then they're kind of out in the open and they're a lot more, able to be predated on. Look at this guy. Boom, there's his trigger popping up. That guy is a beautiful white spotted filefish, and they like to put the trigger up to hold them into place. Cute little remora, and if you look close, there's a hook right there. And I wasn't able to get the hook out because, it's kind of dangerous to do that and I didn't have the right gear. But I did run into this Goliath grouper when I was getting closer to our shipwrecks. I'm going over to a couple of shipwrecks right now. This is a gorgeous specimen. It was the only Goliath I saw on the shipwreck, which is super weird. Usually there's a lot more, but their numbers, I think, have been decreasing lately due to illegal fishing. And now we've got this beautiful haul of this swordfish, and usually once again there's a whole bunch of lionfish in here, but since we've been doing such a good job, there's not a single lionfish in this hole. Alex will go down and clean up this area usually every couple of weeks at the bare minimum when he goes out and dives on the charter boats.